Shalom. First of all, I want to give our praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, by Dash, the Heavenly Father, which is named in Hebrew, Yahweh, which means He is, and by Hashem mean in the name, Sham mean name, Yahushua mean He delivers, He salvation. And we give double honor to Apostle GMS, the one that's talking the truth, and Tashi to hopefully elect, the one listening and learning, come back to the law to the best of their ability, according to Judges chapter 5:11, you know. So yeah, man, so like I ain't been on live in a while. You know, I ain't really been doing nothing. You know, I had a lot of trouble. Not, you know, like a lot of setbacks. You know, I had to attend to. You know, which I have a personal life too. You know, I had changes in my life. You know, spiritual changes, real changes. You know, thing like that. So I had all that, but. You know, thank the Lord, you know, He put a lesson on my spirit to go into today is because sometimes ye will have trouble in the flesh, not just trouble with women. You know what I'm saying? Not just trouble with women, and women not just trouble with men. I'm going to speak on that, use those points to get to my point, what I need to get to. But basically when I found what I was getting my point, I found an interesting scripture which is in NLT about it. And it got me to thinking, so yes, we is living in a fucking crisis, man. We is in a crisis. So let's get to the original, let's get to, I don't know how long, you know, y'all know I'm a truck driver, so I don't know how long this session gonna be right here, you know, but I'm gonna go as much as I could to the best of my ability, you know what I'm saying? So, I got a couple of, scriptures I jotted down, but I also got a video. Actually, I'm gonna play the video first. So like, yeah, let me play the video first, because the video is better. It got me to thinking, but I was throwing scriptures in my, you know, he was throwing words, you know, certain words, and I go look them up, and I said, man, okay. But look at the video though. TikTok.
In the car looking like this.
I said, listen to me, listen. Man,
and I'd be like,
quiet, man.
Nah,
so like,
I'm good.
Hey, stop hanging up. Let me
I'm
talk.
good.
Salaki, let me cut this shit off. I don't know y'all could have heard me, but let me cut that off. So check this out. Hold on, we gotta start over though. Hold on.
I'm good where I'm at.
Why you always act like
Sometimes
This dude said sometimes he want a girlfriend. So what you doing his girlfriend, you know, she mean, she mad, you know, he like playing a game. You know, and she's like, fuck that, he always gives attention to the game. I'm leaving that nigga, gonna give me a nigga that gonna give me attention to me, not no fucking game. That's basically how you look at the image, you know? Because exactly what it is, what else you gonna do? You gonna get a nigga that gonna pay you attention, which is going off. That's the trouble. To see this man going through right here, to you for woman, that's the trouble. Right now, he ain't having no trouble until he realized this.
want a girlfriend. But then I see my homeboy sitting in the car looking like this.
I said, listen to me, listen. Man,
And I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Hey, stop.
So, sometimes, you know, like I seen that, like he want a man that want a woman, or a man that want a wife, or a woman that want a husband. You know, she might be more humble, and he might just want to nag. He want to nag about everything she do. Okay, same thing as me. He trying to talk to the damn girl. Whatever he talking about, it's turning into an argument because he's trying to get his point out, and she's not letting him. Now he getting over. Now he getting mad, and she don't want to listen. So that's the trouble too. But that's ain't the trouble I'm really talking about. But that's really kind of sparked me to do this lesson though. Hold on.
No, let me talk.
I'm good.
Let me talk.
I'm good where I'm at.
Why you always act like?
It's okay. Let's get to the scriptures now. So I want to explain to y'all what I mean. So I'm gonna get this. Matter of fact, 26. I'm gonna get this on the blue letter too. Check this out. I'm gonna read it in the KJV first, then I'm gonna read it in the blue letter. All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 26. Right? It says, I suppose that's in the KJV. I suppose, therefore, that this is good for the present distress. I say that it is good for a man so to be. Like, what do you mean? You gotta read the whole the whole chapter to get what he mean by that. It's mean a man got a woman. If you wanna have sex, stuff like that. You wanna feel comfort. You wanna have a family. It's better to get a woman. It's better to marry than burn. It's better to marry than burn. It's better to marry than burn. It's better than burning your lust. Just get your husband, one for women, and women get you a wife. Now, man, you can have many women you want, but you're gonna have trouble in the flesh with all those women. So it's better to take one woman in this time. So, and read again, verse 27. Go to verse 27. Art thou bound unto a wife? See, as to be, seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. So same thing. If you bound to a situation, trying to, you ain't rich, but you got ends meet. You got a job, but it's not a very good paying job, but it's enough to get you by, like pay your bills, pay your rent, your light, your water. You might have barely enough. You might have about $40 to your name after that. That's your profit. So it's better to keep that attitude. Check this out. I'm gonna go to another scripture. Why the shoes cutting off like that? But check this out. I don't got this written down. Poverty. Or riches. I think it's in Job. Hold on, I'm just gonna put all riches. I don't want to put the word riches in there. It's not much, so I think it's in Job. I don't know if it's in D9. Be not. No, it's a lie. I think it's in Apocrypha again. If it's not, yeah, it's in Job. Alright. So let's get Job chapter 30 and verse 7 say, 2 things have I required of thee. So you talking to the Lord. You praying to the Lord. 2 things I require of you out of all my life. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. So a lot of people say, man, look, I'm not being around these niggas. These niggas fake. They women say I like my peace, so called, and I don't want to be around these fake ass homegirls, all that shit. So that's like peace. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. See, the number one thing. So these crisis times, you want just basically the Lord is blessing you with enough just to make it, like just to survive. Food, water. You got food stamp. You with a woman, damn. Y'all got children, food stamp, bam. Use it, nigga. Fuck it. You got Section 8. She could get Section 8, bam. Use it, nigga. You don't gotta go no down, get married and go to a damn priest to get married. No, you with that man. Y'all announce to yourself under the Most High, under heaven, that y'all love each other, y'all want to be with each other, y'all want to take it to the next level, nigga. Y'all married. Sex, y'all joined yourself together and y'all fell in love. Y'all married. So if y'all both going through poverty, that's mean y'all might both got a job. Like suppose one person making more than the other. It don't matter woman or man. All right, the one that making more, he don't gotta pay more. But he will pay more because you got less, or she. That's how it's supposed to go. Then if you can't, suppose like, just women, stop telling, you know what to do when you get Section 8. You know what to do when you got Section 8. Food stamps, SNAP benefits. You know what to do, man, to get these benefits. You can't have the man, you can't lift the man under the lease. That's basically it. You ain't saying you can't have him in the house. You can't have him in the house because these motherfuckers know y'all niggas be in the house. Believe that or not. They know y'all got children, babies, that nigga coming through y'all, and he live there. You nigga, you got a 2-bedroom, you got some kids, and you got a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, depending on how many children you have. You know you got a man or a woman basically talking to the women, you got a man, they know he dead. He don't got to take the clothes out. He just got to be on the lease. So you could get Section 8. Or try to get Section 8. But before you try to get Section 8, make sure that when your man you moving that bitch, no man living there. Make sure when if you want to let them know he don't know that he there, just get pregnant. They ain't gonna kick the nigga out. No, they ain't gonna do none of that shit. Take away your benefits, but use the word, not abuse it. That's basically it is. I'm gonna read that again. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither privacy or riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, for your soul. You know, don't get envious of the rich. Don't get envious of your people that getting these rappers, singers, and all that shit, and they getting big paper. Hey man, they serve the devil. How about that? To get that money, to get that comfortability, they serve Satan. And I built a lesson this lesson is called a Satan too. But I just want to get that right there. So let's go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 7. But I'm just go to verse 26 in NLT too. Say because of the present crisis, the present time, it's a crisis. People doing whatever the fuck they want to do. It's so many. You don't want to be switching to woman to woman. You don't want, and women, you don't want to be switching from man to man, which you can't do. That's good. It's against the law. But at the same time, you don't want to be doing that shit. They got so many diseases out here. Then the law bring that COVID shit back. You don't want to be around too many motherfuckers. You want to be solo dolo. You circle your family. Basically, what it is. You want to be with your family, your wife, your children. You know. You want to keep that limited. See, I think it is best to remain as you are. See, if you have a wife, do not seek to end the marriage. If you do not have a wife, do not seek to get married. Oh, I'm looking for a wife. Nigga, no, that's the time right now. Inflation. If that woman ain't willing to come with you and help you, I ain't talking about money. I'm talking about relieve you. You're going through a hard day, hard time, but she come with benefits. What that is. Okay, she might got a woman. No, she might got a child. She not with the baby daddy. She just came and she in the truth now. I'm talking about this woman. She in the truth. She know my name Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. She know all that. Okay, she know the commandments, and she knows she repented, and she's moving different. Okay, and she come around. Lord might send that woman to come around and help you out on food, and to help her out on the protection, because you know the laws knows if you a man of protection, you can send a woman that looking for protection. Not looking for a help for her. No, she looking for protection, and she gonna bring help, nigga. She might bring food stamps. She might bring knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge of the system, nigga. How to get around the system. How to budget. How to bargain. How to get how to get some shit for the low, for the crisis time. So like, and you it's good to be by yourself because you gotta worry about that. But sometimes the law would knows you better know yourself. Say, what I got right here, I'm gonna need him to be grounded. Like this is his balance. Him having a woman and her having a husband, this is her balance. I'm gonna balance them. I'm gonna do this. That's what laws be saying, Like I'm talking about not just relationship go along with together in hard times. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go through a hard time when you just really got no fucking body to depend on. You can't. It don't work like that. You need some stability. Verse 28 in the NLT. But if you do get married, it is not a sin. And if a young woman gets married, it is not a sin. It's a virgin or non-virgin. However, those who get married at this time will have troubles. And I am trying to spare you those problems. Now, you get married at this time, you might get a woman of the world. Or you might, for women in the truth, you might get married, want a man, but you might have a man in the world. And you want him to be the best man he could be in the Lord. And he like, man, fuck that your church. I don't believe in God, nigga like that. But you might got money. You might be a nice man, nice looking man. You know, you might be all those things you desire in the flesh, but his spirit not right. Same thing as men. And you might want everything to curve. She might got the curve and all that. She might spit a little game to you, give you a little info on some shit, but she might be wicked, man. The first argument, nigga, she might fuck you, nigga, and gonna go get him. Yeah, they do that. Go fuck with another nigga and ditch your ass. Because they know the capability, man. Because you in a fucking trouble time. That's why I say it would spare you the problem. Verse 29, but let me say this, dear brothers and sisters, the time that remaineth is very short. So from now on, those with wives should not focus only on their marriage. See, then another thing, this man can't focus on his marriage all the time. You know, he got other things to deal with, not just with the church. If you're a preacher, he got debt to deal with. He got to study. That's when he get home from work. He might can't cuddle. He might can't say, "Better watch a movie." You know, he said, "I got to prepare this lesson. I got to prepare this thing for the people. They depending on me. You know, they waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear from me. You know, you don't gotta be in a pastor church. You can be like me, like what I do now. You can be doing that right there. You know, like in middle of work, but sometimes you gotta do this more, man. Especially when people come and asking you questions. When people come and ask you questions, different people, about 10 different people ask you a question a day. You want to get to those questions, then guess what? You gotta sacrifice time from your wife. Oh, you always in the Bible. You always in the so go back to that dude. Even though you playing a game, pretend that man was reading. Pretend you had the Bible, the KJV 11, the King James Bible, and Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? And he got his phone with him, looking up definitions or whatever. Or he just reading. And she leaves because he's reading. That's the trouble. That's mean you ain't spending no time with her. That's what it says. Verse 29 again. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, 29. Because you got things to handle. Not besides that, you still got to live. You still got to work 12, 10 hours, 14. And you still got to do this. Do these. Like what I say. Verse 29. But let me say this, brother and sister. So sisters, you that too. You might want to read. You know, might want to study, might want to look at the apostles video, or who you follow. That might take an hour or two. You might want to go to camp. This nigga might want to do some other shit. And you got to take care of children, clean, cook. You still doing for this nigga, but he want more. Just like the woman, you still working, taking care of the house, provide, and she still want more. And you ain't giving that little titty back, or you ain't giving that little titty back. That's the trouble. And it says, the time that remains is very short. So from now on, those with wives should not focus only on their marriage. So women, you gotta focus on your husband. Really, you gotta be more focused on your husband than the truth. Because if you got a man in the truth, he really gonna feed you regardless. You know what I'm saying? He gonna feed you with the word regardless. Because you ain't really gotta study for too much. Let you study to learn some other shit. So whatever you want to know, you can ask him on the spot. Bam, he might can take it. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Quick. That'd be your guide. But you got a nigga in the world, you want to get knowledge from, you might still have some trouble. You know? I'm just saying, I'm putting it on both sides. And see verse 30 says, those who weep or who rejoice or who buy things should not be subordinated by their weeping or their joy or their possessions. Those who use the things of the world should not become attracted to them, for this world as we know it will soon pass away. We know that. We know it's coming to the end. Don't we worry about it, but it's a balance. You got to balance yourself. It's all about balance, man. If you don't got no balance in the Lord, you don't got nothing, man. It's the same thing as this dude. You know, it's the same thing as you reading the scriptures. You got to have balance. Like this guy, like she mad, you gotta put a little time. Sometimes you gotta like, fuck, I gotta sacrifice. But think about it, all during the day, you getting the word. You might listen to a podcast. You at work. Suppose you at work and you can wear your headphones, wear your ear plugs, whatever you want to call it. Or you work at a desk, and you could really, all you got these about an hour or two every time. You don't work as hard, but you got a little time to, you know what, I got 5 minutes to get the word, and you go read your scriptures. You know, or you can listen to a video while you're working. You're getting the word. Now you get home, you can split that unless you want to make a lesson. Unless you want to teach. Unless you got a lesson to make, then make that lesson, knock that out the way. And you ain't got to do it like me. I'm just doing off the flat. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing them long as I could. You can make a 10-minute lesson, a 15-minute lesson, a 20-minute lesson, 30-minute. If you got time for an hour, you can make a whole show, do all the edification. But you can basically do a TikTok. Like you got the TikToks, man. You can do a lesson like that. You know, you're going to have to go live. It's all about the spirit. Because the Lord going to everything I do the spirit. Whoever, oh, that's for you. That's for you. You get, all y'all come together and get this right here. So let's get 1 Timothy chapter 5 and 3, right? I'm going to read a little bit of this. And I'm going to jump down. To prove the point that, you know, it's going to be trouble. Or Satan, you know, Satan gonna bring trouble. First Timothy chapter 5 and verse 3. Honor widows that are widows indeed. Honor the ones that you know, they lost their husband. You know, they got children and they take care of them children by themselves and they work. You know, they bust their ass. Talking about today's time. I ain't talking about just lost their husband. See, today's time, it can be a woman as a widow that she left her man. Or a man left her, or they separate, and the woman normally keep the children. That's considered a widow. Suppose that woman coming in true with them children. She's a widow. Just means she not the nigga that she left that was with her. He dead. And let the Lord bring that back to life spiritual. Say, man, I see you doing this. I saw you with these people that be preaching on the thing, and I'm kind of, you know, I ran into one of those and he said, man, and I see that with you. Now you go back to her and talk to her about it, and she might be excited. And guess what? They might work that out to get back together. So I ain't been no other man. I found out the truth. I just deal with what I deal with. And that's be a rare thing, but it's a beautiful rare thing, though. That shit beautiful as shit. You know? I'm just speaking on it. Because I could bring it to First Peter chapter 3, man. You know, she'll see that shit, and Lord bring people together, back together. Matter of fact. Verse 4, right? You see, but if any widow have children or nephews, see, let them learn first to show pity at home. Learn to continue doing stuff at home with the children for the nephew, like you babysitting, whatever. And that could be a form of pay. All right, they see. At home, and to require their parents, for that is good and acceptable before Yahweh. Now she that is a widow indeed, and desolate, as she has no man, trusted in the Most High, and continued in supplication. That's mean she desolate as a man, desolated. That's fake. Let me see if I can get Timothy 3, all right, in the blue letter, because see, we know what these words, with these scriptures saying, but a lot of our brothers and sisters don't, you know, they don't know. Hold on, 5 and 3. They don't know what's basically what they mean, so we gotta go into what it means desolate. Let's go get the word desolate from 1 Timothy chapter 5. All right, you got this word desolate. What it mean? Okay, Salaki, just bear with me. All right, desolate. All right.
Strong's G 3443. Manao.
Manao. And it means to make single. See? All praise to Yahweh about she, man. You don't got no man. Single or solitude. You single, the baby daddy died, or you literally died, or he left. He left you with the children. Or left you when you got no children. and you got nieces and nephews. The Lord say, look, you still a widow. You got no man. Substitute, leave alone, forsake. You got forsaken. But what he telling you? What he told you? Hold on. Let's go back. What he told you? But if any widow have children or nephew, let them learn first. That's mean you might was going off to show pity at home. You might want taking care of the household. That nigga left your ass, want taking care of the children. You left your fucking ass. You weren't doing nothing. You're being lazy. You sleep all day. The house all trash, and you don't mop the floor. You don't cook. You got children with the nigga, but you lazy. You want to lay down, and you want him to do every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? He would come home. He gotta cook. He gotta clean. He gotta wash clothes, dishes, and all that shit. So you leave your fucking ass. You become single, but you come back. You gotta let them learn first to show pity. Let's get that pity. Let's get that. So the Spirit gonna tell you. So like I'm just to show pity.
Strong's G 2151. You said bail. You said bail.
You said bail. It means to act piteous or revertly towards God. Learn to, let's get that. Let's go to Google. Google gonna get us right. Maybe. So like, Lord willing, he get us right. Come on now.
Reverently.
Reverently. So you gotta learn to reverend. Reverend at home. See, adverse say with deep and solemn respect. So you gotta show respect. You getting up in the house and cooking and cleaning, show respect. The same as the dude that was playing the game. His woman love. You gotta show respect to your woman, nigga. You gotta respect, even though you're the man, you gotta respect your wife. You gotta put the game down for a little while. Okay? Sacrifice. Or you in the scriptures, you gotta put the book down. Yeah, but that's your trouble. But at the same time, you might wanna go teach, preach, study for men. Go to camp. Continue every week. Normal rotation. But you build like you gotta pay your rent, your light, your water, your rent going up, double up. The inflation. You might be paying $900 for 2-bedroom. Now you're paying $1,200. Now you gotta work a little longer, and you ain't getting paid the extra $1. And you gotta save a little much. That's what means you gotta save on gas. You might have enough gas to get it back to working back. You might not got no gas. Or if you trust in the Lord, He'll make a way. He'll make a way for you to do the thing that He needs you to do for Him, or the main thing you need to do for yourself. The Lord ain't gonna leave you stuck, man. He know His elect, man. So none of what it is, the Lord is gonna help the elect regardless. And He gonna load the wicked with benefits too. But to get out of certain situations, to make shit happen, He gonna, the elect, I'm sorry to tell you, He gonna make things that's impossible to happen, He gonna make happen for the elect. So that's because they was off and repented, learned to reverence. You gotta reverence, man. With deep and solemn respect. Reverence the Lord, reverence your husband, and like reverence the Lord. That's deep respect of the Lord, man. You do that for your husband, you get the most utter respect. So that's that word pity. That's that word pity. Alright, and let's get I'm just really going on, nephews to learn first to show pity, show respect, reverence at home, and require their parents, for that is good and acceptable before God. That's basically what it is. That's how you do that. Verse 5. Now she that is 1 Timothy chapter 5 in KJV, and verse 5 said, now she that is a widow indeed and desolate. Desolate. That's what I want. I think I got that one. Salaki, let me make sure. I might be on the wrong verse. But I want to desolate. We got it. Yeah, single. Yeah. Yeah, same thing. Verse 6, I mean. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she living. Because you don't have no respect. You single. And you not now you desolate and you think you living a good life. I don't got those problems. You should want to have a husband in these times. Because Esau Edom about to fall. And once Esau Edom fall, the food stamp fall, the Section 8. Y'all say try to get them while y'all together. That's because y'all together. Now you getting these things and you just living all these things. You like fuck these niggas. Those things gonna be gone, and the only thing you gonna have left is nothing. But at least those women that have so-called baby daddies that currently together with them now, if that fall short, they got who? They still got the nigga. They still winning. But when you don't got no man, you losing. That's basically what it is. So you living in pleasure and it's dead while you living. And verse 6 say in the NLT say, but the widow who lives, but the single woman is the willing widow who lives only for pleasure is spiritually dead, even while she's living, while she's alive, you spiritually dead. Because when you all those things leave, especially you women, even though you go to the strip club and you shake your ass, there ain't gonna be no more. You don't got a solution. Whoever get the MOTB could shake their ass and go on the pole and shake it. Maybe it got they're gonna have a thing by the pole station, you know what I'm saying, by the edge of it, and they can put their hand on a little something, and the woman, you know, maybe they'll come up with some shit like that. But I'm just saying, I don't know. But like the same time, even with that, you gotta have a chip to receive any funds. And you pole dancing, and every man that saw you good they're gonna know you ain't shit. You like this woman in verse 4 and verse 5. You know what I'm saying? She like that, and you ain't gonna want no man ain't gonna want to get that in the end of the day. You gonna want a woman that gonna be shut the fuck up, not give her no problem. And that dude say, man, look, she ain't give me no. Hey, I'm good. I don't want no woman because she will give me problems. She might have been trying to get me to get off the game, but I wanted to play the game. Yeah, I wanted to do what I wanted to do, you know. But we don't know the whole story. But I'm just using it. All right, so let's get down to it a little bit. Verse 7 in the NLT. So I'm jumping from back to forward. So you go read it yourself. Give these instructions to the church so that no one will be open to criticism. Do those who won't care, but those who won't care for their relative, especially those in their own household, have denied the true faith. Such people are worse than unbelievers. Some people that don't do nothing. You can have your children there and you don't take care of them. You don't tend to their needs, comb their hair for women, brush their teeth, take them a bath, but you got food and you eat, but you don't love you. You're worse than unbelievers. People that say that I don't even believe in God. Because people that say they don't believe in God, they really do. You just don't understand. They both better than Christians. I promise you that. Because I asked a man maybe a year ago, or a year and a half, I asked him, I said, you believe in God? He like, no, I don't believe. And then you say, no, I don't believe in God like that. He said, but like the Bible part, that's me. But I said, so you're an atheist? He said, basically, I'm an atheist. I said, well, will you allow somebody to break your house and rape your wife? He looked at me like, huh? You believe in God, nigga. Yeah, you believe in the Most High. Because if you react to that's bad, why would you say that's bad? But because you believe in the Most High. And they won't allow that to happen. But these Christians, they don't believe in the Most High. These worse than unbelievers. Because they really, Christians is worse than a person that's saved. They're atheists. All right, verse 9. A widow who is put on the list for support must be a woman who is at least 60 years old and was faithful to her husband. You grandmothers, you moms, relieve your children, your grandchildren. You go get them children from that woman. Your children grown, yes, but guess what? You don't live. And trust me, if you this woman here, verse 6, go up to verse 6. But the widow You might have a husband and he might be 60 years old. He might die, by 9 times 10 he caught gout and died or whatever. He had high blood pressure. You know, he caught a stroke. He had cancer. Or he died. But the widow who lives only for pleasure, so I don't got no children. I don't need no children. I'm going out. I'm going this. I'm going trips. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I don't got time to babysit no children. I got to live for myself. That's what this woman is. That lives only for pleasure is spiritually dead even while she living. Nigga, if you living that good life, you spiritually dead. That's why Paul command you old women. You got these. Hold up. If you got, hold on, where we at? Hold on, I'm trying to get to the scripture. Nephews, children, nephews, let them learn first. So you teach them what you taught your children. Give them give these instructions to them, man. You preachers, you ain't giving no instructions to these old ass bitches, man. These bitches is bitches in there, man. These old ass good for fucking nothing. Like literally. The bad grandparents, bad grandfathers, bad papas, bad uncles, bad aunties. They worse than anything ever that's on the face of the motherfucking earth, man. And that's coming from my Israelite heart. Nigga, not Christian heart. So a woman, a widow who is put on the list for support, that's mean you keep your ass busy. Keep you busy so you won't be a hoe. Go do shit to be a slut. Continue like you had, like you don't got children, watch children so you won't, till you get your a man and you start getting children your own. Shit. Must be woman who is at least 60 years old and was faithful to her husband. So you ain't faithful to your husband, you don't need you. He ain't talking to you. She must be well respected. We ain't talking to you, we ain't well respected by everyone because they call like Big Mama. Like Big Mama, she like to go to my mom for cooking on Sundays. Yeah, everybody respect my mom. But my mom watch your children. When it's time for you to relieve, the grandson, the granddaughter, the daughters or the sons, their sons got wives, and they daughters got husbands, and he take care of the children all week, and he work their ass off. You collecting money from your husband that died, that passed, and you don't got shit else to do. You should take care of you. You should watch them children for a weekend. Let them have their little fun. Let them be children free. Let them go do whatever they. That's the time to come together for reconnection. Keep them making reconnection, but y'all don't believe in that shit. Y'all don't believe in none of that. The scripture's right in your face, telling you exactly how to do it, but y'all won't even do it. Cause you worry about just Paul is telling Timothy, beware of those niggas, man. Look, cause they gonna kill me. And they gonna go straight, man. I need you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna knock, and I'm not giving in. You know what Paul telling Timothy? That's like a deep ass conversation right here. And this shit is real and serious. Verse 10. She must be well respected by everyone because of the good she has done. So it's telling you plainly in the KJV, NLT. Has she brought up her children well? Huh? Has she been kind to strangers and served other believers humbly? Huh? Has she helped those who are in trouble? Huh? Has she always been ready to do good? Huh? She might did some of those things, but she wasn't ready to do it every time. You know what I mean? Like, this a balance. You go through shit too. It's a balance. But the believers, though, you shouldn't deny them, man. You shouldn't deny the believer, man. You should deny the one that keeping the commandment. Matthew chapter 12, in the last couple of the verses, the Lord say, hey, who is my mother, who's my father? Matter of fact, let's go get it. We ain't gonna play. We gonna get it, man. Let's go get it. This is what the Lord love. We gonna get in the NLT, though. No. Yeah, again, NLT. Matthew chapter 12 and 47 says, someone told Yahushua, your mother and your brothers are outside and they want to speak to you. Yahushua asks, who is my mother? Who are my brothers? He didn't even stop. Then he pointed to his disciples and looked and said, look, these are my mother And brother, see, whoever their mother is my mama. Whoever their brother is my brother. Why? Anyone who does the will of my Father in heaven is the brother, my brother and sister and mother. If you do the will, they're outside. You know what I'm saying? They're outside looking. Whoever on the outside, they ain't about. If you ain't part of this, what's we going on right here? You ain't my mama. That's mean you don't believe in me. You ain't my mama. Yeah, you just burnt me. You just a canal avenue for me to get my ass here, and I need to be here to do this work. So you was used by the Lord. If you don't believe in me, if you don't believe in my Father, you ain't my mama. You ain't my father. I respectfully, I reverence you, but you spiritually, you ain't my mama, man. I can't listen to you. I can't take you seriously. You know, that's the trouble too. So let's go back to cause I think I got a little bit more I want to get out of that one, and I'm just gonna run through the other scriptures. Yeah, she must be respected good. All right. Now, that was the old woman. Let's get to the young lady. All right. Now, this young woman, widow, her nigga could have just left her, or she would have left him. Let's see what it says about that. Verse 11. The younger, 1 Timothy chapter 5:11. The younger widows should not be on the list. That's mean they don't have to watch children because they got their own children. They don't got to babysit nieces and nephews like that. But they do though. You know, you can get them. You know, it depends. You ain't got no. You know, we're not with your husband. So these days, you know, we in these crises, you shouldn't be going out all the time. Any fucking way. You shouldn't be trying to go out on the time in the city. You know, want to spend all this motherfucking money that you don't got. You should be want to make things to do at home. You know what I'm saying? Now you got children. And you got for me, you got a brother, all friend. Fuck it. You gotta be a brother, all friend. And you treat each other like brother. A sister, a woman, they got a sister, or she got a homegirl that's close friend, and you treat each other like sisters. Like they got children, relieve each other. You can do that shit. But those people, the same individual, two couples, have grandparents if they're alive. If they're alive, they should tend to their nieces and their nephew, their grandchildren, and we all should do that same shit. But the older women, they got a problem with that. They don't do that. They don't do that shit. They think they're too old. But now they're sneaking on a women. But it says right here, the younger women should not be on the list because their physical desires will overpower their devotion to Christ, and they want to remarry. That's mean you give them relief, they're gonna want to go meet a nigga just to bust off. You know? So they want relief for that, you know. But if you got a husband, you gonna have sex with your husband anyway. You know, you just gonna get that, you getting that reconnection. You know, you getting that connect. Y'all might have an argument that week, and he might want to take you on a date, show you that, yeah, we had an argument, baby, I still love you. Oh yeah, baby, I love you. You know, I want to make that connection, make sure we still good. You know, I love you today. I want to be with you the rest of my life. All that shit. That's time when you had a deep conversation when you gotta worry about going to check on children. These them little bad motherfuckers doing. Go peep out the door, go listen. You know, you get comfortable, get in the deep relationship, conversation with each other. That's what the leaf is about. But not for a single person. The fuck? That's the woman that's a widow. But you can remarry though. Alright, verse 12. This shit might be finished. Then they will be guilty of breaking their previous pledge. Ooh. And if they are not if they are on the list, they will learn to be lazy. See? And will spend their time gossiping from house to house, meddling in other people's business, and talking about things they shouldn't. That's mean they got children, you leaving them, they got no husband, they ain't got shit else to do. But they're gonna turn into that. That's the younger women. And the old women do that shit too. So that's the trouble we gonna have, you know. So I don't know how long I got, man, because I wanted to bring out most of these scriptures right here, but you know, the Spirit took it away another way, which is good. You know, it's good for me, good to me. I want to see if we can see John chapter 13. because those we gonna build off of that. Like those women that go do those things, they go gospel, they could be set to be your enemy, man. You know, this St. John chapter 13, verse 26, and Yahweh shall answer, he it is to whom who should betray him, right? Should give a salt when I have dipped it, and when he had dipped the salt, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon, and after the salt, and after to the point, and after the salt was Satan. The dip, you know, think about it, man. Satan entered into him. It's means Satan entered to somebody. You trying to tell them the right thing, trying to rebuke them, you know, they'll enter into you, in them, and betray you. Then Yahweh shall say unto him, when he said that thou do it quick. That's me. Everything you got on your mind, go get it done right now, bro. Get it done. You just gotta be snappy. Same thing as us, man. In the tribulations, the crisis. It's better to be it's better to be alone if you can contain yourself. But if you can't contain, it's I can say it's worse, but it's not better than being alone. I was just saying you gotta fight more, and you might at the end up being alone. You know, she might try for men in law. She might try to turn you in. You know, oh, I ain't getting my benefits. I can't eat my children. You gonna go back to the world thinking, bro, putting your children before you, and you might have to take it or leave, man. Like real talk. Might have a bounty. Whoever catch an Israelite get $5,000 on your credit thing, on your chip, because you don't have the chip in those times, and he can get whatever he want. Go get drink, liquor, you know, their favorite food, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever. They'll sell their soul for a perfect life. People would do that. So that's the trouble in the flesh too. If your family go do that, let's go get that. I don't know how long the people got though, but I feel it coming to a close though. So let's get Matthew chapter 24. So it's the prophecy, man. All right, let's get Matthew chapter 24. I want to get verse 8. I'm gonna start right there. All these are the beginning of sorrows. He's finna tell you. But he told you some of it. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended. That's where they're gonna come in, the flesh, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Hate an Israelite because they don't want to take the chip. Are they preaching against it? Are they trying to block interest? Are they doing shit? Are they on the corner? They speaking and they're coming to pass. They want to get rid of you, man, because their flesh is overtaking them. So that's that part right there. Because Satan get into them. Satan gonna enter to them like he entered to Judas Iscariot, man. You know? But I want to make this point with this scripture, Matthew 16, because what it is different between, you know, what's in the truth. You know, like if you elect, we don't know who we are, but the same thing, you go for Peter and go for the rest of us. You can't really fuck over the man of law because your sin could be bound. When the law bound your sin, and you could bound the sin in heaven and hell, in heaven and earth, you could bound it both ways, and it can't be loose. That's mean, look, you get destroyed. You know. So let me read it. Matthew 16 and 17. And Yahweh shall answer and say unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonas, for flesh and blood had not revealed it. That's mean nobody never told you. Unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. So Yahweh shall ask Peter who he was in the spirit. And he said, man, you the son of God, man. Hey, through the scripture and how you move. You know, you ain't have to tell me that. I knew that because the Lord revealed it to him. Verse 18, and I say also unto thee, thou art Peter. Now you was Simon, I changed you to Peter, meaning rock, and upon this rock, upon you, I will build my church. And under that church is under Peter, and he get the same thing as Peter. And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. That's mean you can't do nothing about it. The wicked, the dead, that spiritually dead, which is that hell is talking about, spiritually dead people you can't do nothing about with his position. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. That's when you got to go to Peter. And whatsoever, that's when you got to go to Peter, and he the head, which is King David, if you can receive it. Whosoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever shall loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. That's when you can forgive sins. You can bind a person with a sin and you can forgive them. And people ain't gonna believe that. Church, you bring that scripture out, you say they ain't talking. Let's talk about his followers too, who believe it on Peter, the foundation that building with the 100% doctrine that was given from Yahushua to Peter and to the rest of the disciples. He was just the head of them, and he could bound your ass in hell and in heaven on earth. He can make your earth a hell, and he can make your earth a heaven. That's mean you could be in hell, but you might be good. You ain't gonna be struggling. You ain't gonna be suffering. But he could also make you suffer, spiritually. Cause check this out. Verse 8, this is Matthew chapter 18 and 15. So these dogs caught into the flesh. Just by saying you could do things and you could rebuke them too. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone first. If he shall hear thee, thou shalt have gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more. That's mean you get two persons that's knowledgeable, 2 or 3 people that's knowledgeable. That in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. Just for that purpose too. Verse 17, and if ye shall neglect to hear them, tell it to the whole congregation, the church. But if that's when you get on a video, you do a video about it, and that's it. And that's the whole church. You don't know how many people that is. But if he neglect to hear the church, because all the people in the church, they can be making videos too, like GMS. If you neglect to hear them, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. Verily I say unto you. So Yahushua didn't hate, he hated heathens and he hated Republicans. But they repent, he be good with them. Because you got to go through him ultimate. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever shall be loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. See? So you don't want to come play with the elect, because you don't know what he is. You don't want to fuck with them. That's worse than that, man. That worse than it's better to die than mess with them. It's better to get ran over by a Big Mac 18-wheeler, fully loaded, 80,000 pounds to the max on that bitch, and let them come down a steep mountain and run your ass over while you just stand and sit still. It's better for you to get killed like that, or get your head chopped off or get sliced to death into pieces than to fuck with the elect. That's how bad it is. That's how fucking bad it is. Alright. Let me try to get one more. Check this out. Romans chapter 8 and verse 1. There is therefore no condemnation, see, to them which are in Yahushua, who walk after the flesh, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. So if we walk not after the flesh, we walk after the spirit, we just like Yahushua. For the law of the spirit of life in Yahushua had made me free from the law of sin and death. See? Walk spiritually. Walk by faith, by faith, not by sight. Don't Everything you see in front of you is really a mirage. It was a mirage is something that's not there. You see it, but it's not even there. It's not even in your fucking way. Cause you basically go around a mountain. See, a mountain, you can't go around a mountain in one day. You know, but you could move it. The law says you could still move that damn mountain, man. You have to go around it. That's me. I don't know what he'll do. All right, for what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh. Yahweh started sending His own Son. It's like the feast, like the high holy days. You can't do all the high holy days properly. That's when the law come in. You can't like the feast of not the feast, but the Day of Atonement. You gotta afflict your soul. Some people have to work on that day. I had to work. If you driving, you don't want to be weak, fatigued, man. You gotta be basically chilling. That's like a rest day. You can't work. Guess what? We gotta work. Why? If you work, you might as well eat and drink. You might want to do the feet. You don't even do it. Don't even play yourself. Don't be over righteous, man. Because that's what the law said. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, Yahweh sent His own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. See, that's even charged to you. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. So the Spirit want to do it. So the mind got to be there. You can do people can fast all day. You can fast. Just, I'm not going to eat because I want to lose my belly. I want to lose a couple of pounds, so I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to drink, or whatever like that. That's not a spiritual fast. That's a fleshly fast. So you have a spiritual fast, you got to do it for the Spirit. You got to do what it's intended for. Of course, the benefits going to come. That's secondary. The first mission is do it for the Lord. This is the day that, unless you take off of work. That's another trouble. You might can't afford to take off of work. You take off of work, then you might be like, well, I gotta really depend on the Lord. Well, you could do that. But what if the law don't come through, just to use that as a testing ground for you? So you got to go over what's according to your faith, man. You go do what's according to your faith, basically. Do it like that. You ain't gonna go wrong, you do it according to your faith. If you can't contain, the Lord knows. If you can't do it, He put it in you to do it. I say, for what the law cannot do, hold on. Verse 4, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For if that after the flesh do mind things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnal minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. So to balance your life out, when these hard times come, man, you just gotta find a spiritual battle, a spiritual connection which you have between you and the Lord. Don't turn your back when the Lord say no about something. Just be patient. Cause Satan, he ready. You know what I'm saying? Satan ready to. Salaki, man, I'm trying to. Yeah, cause Satan ready. He ready to take over you, man. He ready to catch you slipping. He ready, man. So I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, by Shemi Ashar, by Shemi Crocodiles. Give double honor to Apostle Jim Metz, the one that taught me the truth. Give citation to the Holy Elect. Listen and learning. This lesson was sometimes you will have trouble in the flesh, man. Sometimes you will have trouble in the flesh, not just dealing with women and couples and relationships, but also in real life, man. You might want to do things that you enjoy doing, but you can't do it. You can't, man. Like in Egypt, man, they afflicted us more. Like doing now, they afflicted us more. And nobody helping you, bro. A lot of people don't got help. A lot of people don't got a helping hand. Just because we just read, they don't got helping hands no more. They don't watch. They don't look out for you and your family. They don't help you. A man out when he low, and then, which is part of the law when he decaying, man. They don't help him, no. They don't leave him or nothing. So we in that time. We in this time right now. We in it. So guess what? You got to endure. So next time I see you, Shalom, man.